Well, I'm not feeling all that much better this morning, but I got to tell you something. I was outside, I was inside, and I was looking at this snow, and I said, my God, there's not going to ever be a better backdrop than that. Probably never going to see one again. Snow. Wow, let's talk about snow. When I was a young kid, oh, I love snow. My God, we had snowmobiles. My brother's got 4 or 5 of them. My brother had one. Seems like every one of us crashed a snowmobile. It was just part of nature. Part of the curse of us riding snowmobiles. Well, then, sometimes you can look out back there and see deer standing right there looking at you. They think we're actually part of the woods still, but it's my lawn they're looking at. Anyway, snowmobiles. We would ride constantly, day and night. We never stopped. We we'd get up in the morning, we'd have our breakfast, and we'd have the little gasoline that we had made for the money for working from the farm. We'd jump on the snowmobile and we'd be gone. You know, the snowmobiles, they cost $1 million now. We made ours. That was really cool. There was always junk snowmobiles around that people didn't want. And we could do anything. We used to take the engines apart and put them back together the way we wanted them to be. And we did a lot of things on snowmobiles that nobody else would do today. They wouldn't even think about those kind of things. Or maybe they would. I don't know. If you want a snowmobile, build one. My brothers do that to this day. It's pretty cool. I got this one brother that he makes his own snowmobile. Whenever he wants to ride, he just takes parts off from one, puts it on another. That kind of stuff. Nothing wrong with that. That's the kind of shit we did, and I'm glad my brothers are keeping up with it. Grandkids, I think some of them do that, but I'm not sure. But anyway, one tale I remember, unbelievable. Well, I say tales from memory. It snowed so bad. I mean, it snowed so hard. It was probably, I want to say 6 feet snow, maybe more. And back in those days, snowplows for the town, and they weren't as good as they are now. But boy, they buried one just a mile up the road from my house. I mean, they buried it. The snow was like 2 feet above the plow and way up above the top of the snowmobile. So we was up there riding around it, and one of us got the bright idea to ride right over the hood because the snow was right over the hood. So we rode right over the hood. So the tracks went right across the field, over the hood of the snow of the snowplow, and right back in the field, and kept right on going. Well, a couple days later, after they came up and they dragged it out, there was this picture on the front page of people from the county or the town or whatever they were, staring at these tracks that went right over their plow and just kept right on going. They were like, oh my God, nobody will ever believe this. I know you guys don't believe it, but it actually happened. And we did all kinds of stuff. We buried a snowmobile till spring down in the valley once, a way to get it out. It was like 5 or 6 feet of snow, and we had to wait until spring to just be, until the snow got down to a foot or so, we could get a snowmobile in there and drag it back out. But we always had another junker that we could put back together. I remember a story with my brother. He was whipping along after he had just put a new throttle cable on his, and he was riding with us, and he had to have one more turn on the throttle cable, and we kept telling him, no, it's tight enough, leave it alone. Well, we flew into the first curve in the woods, and boy, he didn't come off that throttle, and he couldn't get it off, and he jumped and hit that tree with a big crash. Destroyed his sled, but that was the end of my brother and his sled. A couple years later, I had the same thing happen, but I don't think it was a throttle to this day. I don't know what the hell it was, but I was doing a washboard thing where you go through the woods. And this big-ass tree was right at the end of the path. Somehow I didn't turn. I hit that tree so hard. Oh, I bent the whole front of the snowmobile. And I remember I was upside down in the snow, buried in about 3 feet of snow, and I heard all this laughter. And I pulled my head out, and it was all my family just laughing, having a great time. We could have got killed, but they first they thought they had to laugh before they got me out of the damn snow. Of course, I was in a lot of pain, and, that was all part of snowmobiling. So if you love snow, like this snow, hey guys, go for it. Have a blast. Love. See ya.